Our children do not care what we know until they know that we care. Let's show them that we care and hear their voices. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our children have one chance to get a great education. And if we just tinker around the edges, and those schools that year after year, 60, 70, 75% of students drop out, we're not just our absolute test scores are low. I'm much more interested in gain, but we have low test scores and low growth, where those schools are falling further and further behind. We have to step in and do something dramatically different. I'm trying to challenge the country to think about, we have almost 100,000 schools, 95,000, rounded up to 100,000. If we as a country took the bottom 1%, 99% left alone, but the bottom 1% a year, and as a country, we got into the business of turning those schools around every single year and stopping the acceptance of these dropout factories. If we did that, over the next couple of years, we could absolutely eliminate that bottom piece of our portfolio and change not just the life chances of the children going to those schools, but the life chances of their children's children and for generations to come.
The irony of this, of course, is that what they're telling us is the best way to save a school is close it down. Arnie Duncan talks about it like it's a portfolio of education, portfolio of schools. And I think that's really a flawed metaphor to talk about education as a portfolio, because when you talk about stocks and portfolios, when you dump those stocks, they go to somebody else, right? Somebody else has to buy them. When we're talking about students, who are you dumping those students to? When you close that down, when you remove a school from your portfolio, what happens to those students? They get scattered to the wind, is what happens. We could start to look at each student as valuable. Value what they say, value what's in their community, value what we as a classroom can come up with. That would be a really important and positive way to create an education, instead of ranking everybody and telling the bottom quarter they're failures.